Hi everyone, welcome to another shave video. In this video, I'll be showing how and why I lather soaps the way I do. And as an example, I'll be using Mystic Water, Bayrum. It's a nice scent, one of my favorites. But this soap can be a little bit tricky. As you can probably see, it's pretty dry. I haven't used this in a while. What's this? Probably some sort of crystalline something. The brush I'll be using is the L'Occitane Plisson. Anyway, so this is what I do, my normal routine. Put some water on it, shake it off with my brush, and then, not with much pressure, I start to load. So what I'm looking for is that you see now I'm kind of loading it too dry, so I'll just add a little bit of water. Still too dry, so I'm just adding water on top of the puck. This is not a really very easy soap to lather, especially with hard water, which I have. Adding more water. I don't know how much. I've never really measured how much water I add. I go by the feel. So I'm not necessarily simply loading soap right now. I'm actually, making sort of a lather, not just soap. So at this point, it's again becoming a little bit pasty. So I need to add more water. The scent is coming out. For lots of soap, I would probably stop here. But this soap, I know it sometimes dries out or leather becomes too thin. So I'll just spend more time. Again, I'm not loading all the time. I'm varying my pressure. For example, when I do this, I'm not really putting any pressure. I'm just mixing the water. Why I do this? Why don't I just face lather? I'll explain. Just bear with me. So again, a little bit more water. And then more water. And mix this thing. There's something going outside, that's fine. So what I have is that this like a creamy, almost leather thing, but it's not really leather yet. But this is what I have, and I'll stop loading here. So let me just straighten out the camera. Be right back. So we are back again. So what I usually do is that by the time I'm done loading that what I call proto lather, I mix it in my beard. I have about I don't know, 6-7 something like that worth of days of growth. I don't actually remember when's the last time I shaved, but that's okay. So now I will So again, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to incorporate as much water I can. The way I do it, again, I just put some water on my hand, pour it on top of my brush. And one of the ways to tell is that if I swipe over any of the exposed skin, I can feel the slickness, whether there is some soap left, whether I can make it more sleek or not. That's how I know, because now I have a relatively heavy growth, so I can't really touch my face. But on the neck and other areas, I can easily. So now you see that it's kind of dripping wet. It's lots of water and soap, not much air. So I never get the fluffy kind of leather that just sticks to your face. It's always a watery mess for me, which is what I like. And if I put my brush down on the cabinet, not cabinet, on the sink, then it will start dripping on the sides. So why do I spend all that time on the tub itself instead of doing everything on the face? It's simple. I have a thing called shoulder bursitis or tendonitis, tendinopathy, something. It's a shoulder issue. It's a repetitive shoulder injury. So because of that, doing anything with my arm raised for a long period of time, it's kind of painful for me. So it's easier for me to just do this than to do this. So that's why I spend most of the time. It's just, I don't want to say evolution, but it's how I kind of automatically started doing this. Since this video is for a specific friend of mine, I'm going to use a Feather Artist Club SR with a Feather Pro Super Blade. I don't know how many uses. Before that, about my beard growth. It grows like this here, in this direction, kind of from my Adam's apple to my ear. In here, it kind of comes down like this. It's something like here and there. So it's not straight down. It's mostly from left side to right side. So with my right hand, stretching is very important. So the way it's as flat as my blade can be on the skin. That's the angle I go for. It's really a very shallow angle, and stretching in the opposite direction of shaving. Again, so I'm puffing my skin because there's this contoured area over here where there's like my jawline is. I'm still not that fat. I'm fat, but not that fat. Hopefully soon. I won't need to do this. So I kind of pull up my cheek on top so that this jawline becomes like a facet of a diamond on my face. I'm rolling the blade to shave over here, but when I was new, I would just simply use a shorter stroke like this. Now, under the nose, there's a couple of ways to shave this. What I do usually for directly under the tip of my nose, I make a face like this, and kind of get as much beard as I can. It's okay if there's something left. So now I have like a reverse Charlie Chaplin beard. Now, on both sides, there is this technique that I use that I saw from a guy called Mann on Bayrum Blade. He posted one shaving video ever. It's a good shaving video. I come cross-ended, so my beard on my mustache is like this. It comes from the tip of my nose to the end of my lip, so like this, not straight down, like this. So it's not really with the green pass, but mostly across the green pass, but it works for me. Forgive my apparent awkwardness because I'm really looking at the cell phone instead of the mirror. So I'm basically going by the feel. So it's something like this. So I just stretch my face. This is mostly across the grain, but it works for me. Now under my lower lip, as flat as possible, the blade, and I don't really worry about getting all the beard off because I know on the second pass I'll get most of the work done, at least in this area. So it's just doing this. That's it. Every time I lean forward, there is a drop of lather that goes down. And it's not really caked, it's just my whiskers are coming out of the lather layer. My lather doesn't have that much air, so whenever it gets a chance, it just falls off instead of staying on my skin. Left side, similar story, but my beard kind of goes like this. In here it was like that, so I did a shave like this, but here it's just not really straight down, but from my earlobe to the Adam's apple. In an alum block because my skin is extremely slick now. Again, I'm pulling up the jawline so that I get like a flat surface. This is a tricky part because my beard grows like this, but it's kind of difficult to do a stroke this way. So I do as the best I can, but kind of have to do a lot of rolling of the blade. Again, to shave the top part of my mustache, stretch like this, puff it up. It's really difficult to shave by looking at the mirror. You know what, I'm just gonna change the mirror angle a little bit, yeah, so that I can actually look at the mirror while shaving. So anyway, this is my brush. Add a little bit of water. Rub some alum block on my hand. So left side with right hand. I think I named myself over here. So the Adam's apple is this video from Lean Abrams, and from whom I learned quite a bit. I mean, he doesn't know me, but I learned from his videos. So what I do is that, so you see this part of my neck, so this is the Adam's apple, right? So this part of my neck, I'll just move it here. Basically, I'm trying to get a flat surface to shave instead of shaving over like a spherical or cylindrical shape area. Again, I'll move on this side. Under my nose. This is where I get rid of most of the hair. Or, to be honest, I already got rid of most of the hair, but the finishing touch. This is actually a tricky part for me because there is like a hollow in here under my neck. So what I do is that I kind of move it diagonally in this direction. It will depend on you really. Try to make a flat surface. Really slippery, need my alum block. I can see some beard here. Again, my beard here goes like this. So this is sort of across the grain. So remember when I say that don't worry about how much beard I get rid here. So this is what I do. I make a face like this. Just try to make this place as flat as possible. And this may look difficult, but this going south to north under my bottom lip is one of the easiest thing, and it's one of the first things that I learned. And under my nose, unless I'm feeling very confident, which I'm not right now, I'm just gonna get a good enough shave. So mystic water, how did I lather? I didn't drop a lots of water at a time, just small bit by bit, and pretty much that's it. Oh, my face still feels extremely sick. I mean, I don't want to comment on post-shave because I don't usually comment on post-shave, but man, this soap is the opposite of drying. There is no sense of drying at all with it. Nice scent as well. So how much soap do I use? It's kind of difficult for me to say, but the only metric that I know is that you get those maggard samples. I usually get about 8 to 10 shells about those from one maggard sample. So that's what, quarter ounce. So 4 ounce would give me what, 16 times 10. Oh wow, that's a lot of shaves. So yeah, 100, 150 something shaves per ton. So quite a bit, but not bad. Plus soaps are cheap. I'll use an alum block. I got myself here. Wash it off. Some splash, which is Barrister and Mann Nordost, smoky orange. So that's it. Here's my soap. See you guys sometimes in future. Bye.